I got in I was like I woke up and I'm like ready to just fight. You know, when you wake up some mornings, you're just like ready to kick ass.
Hmm.
So the day after Full Gear, there was like a bunch of just troll comments and stuff. And like this one guy had made some comment. It was like it was a congratulations post for Julia Hart, you know?
Hmm.
And he was just crapping on like women's wrestling. And he was like, this, he's like, finally like a women's match I can like I actually watched and paid attention to, kind of a thing like that. And I was just like, what the hell, dude? Like the things people say out loud is crazy. And all like I was just getting really frustrated too, with the amount of people who got up during Tony's match to use the restroom and stuff. It just like it was so frustrating. And that was such a great match too. Like, but
Yeah.
one of the things that he said too, he was like, in response to a comment I made to him, he was like, "No, like I didn't say this or whatever, even though he did." Uh, but he was talking about like women's wrestling. He's like, Impact does a great job. And it's like so many like guys will default to saying that, but then they never say they actually watch Impact, you know? So
Hmm.
I don't know. That was frustrating. And he was talking about how he wishes that women had more matches with men. In my head, I clock that as like, oh, that's what it takes for you to take a match with a woman seriously. She has to be with a man in the match, you know? And
Hmm.
so I see both sides of it because I also went to like Wrestling Revolver and Jacob Fatu and Masha Slamovich had one of the most badass matches all weekend, you know? So I love a good like intergender match, like fabulous. And that's one thing I love about GCW, but I also feel like it still says a lot that like that's the kind of pull that we need to get men to watch women wrestle is that we need a man involved in it.
Hmm. Yep. I only care if there's a penis involved. If there's no penis, I don't want to see it.
No, I mean I don't want to see the penis. I mean you know what I mean.
I mean, maybe if it pops out, I'm.
I'm holding on to some closeted feelings here. Yeah.
It's just like a full therapy session, and they're just like, well, mainly I just want to know if mine's bigger or.
You know what? It's so funny you talk about what you just said just hit me. Um, but when you're talking about like a therapy session, when I was watching Rampage and Collision, I literally felt like that's why the crowd was just being so fucking obnoxious. I was like, you know, you and I've talked a lot about like this epidemic of male loneliness. It's very real that's happening right now. And I felt like these men don't have a way to get their feelings out and their emotions out without kind of defaulting to like a lot of these like stupid male archetypes. I have to be like, ugh, ugh. And they all laugh at like these dumb, like played out jokes from like 2002. And I'm just like, bro, like, whatever, you know. And like Soraya came out. So, of course, you know, the remarks were in full force. So I'm just like pissed, you know. So it's frustrating that like our how the culture is that men can't be real with their emotions and in touch with things, you know. And like I was sitting next to guys who like kind of were mumbling under their breath, like, that's not right. They shouldn't say that. And it was like, speak up. Like you have the privilege, you need to use this and say this. Like you if you think these guys next to me are saying some fucked up shit, it can't just be me calling people out.
Yeah.
Clearly they don't respect women enough. So it's like, what is my opinion going to really hold weight with here, you know?
Mhm.